Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to this week's video. It's October 8th, Wednesday? Yeah, today's a Wednesday. Let's go over today's New York session. We caught a dub, as you can see up in here. Still at all-time highs. Today, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love price action, mostly because I had to work off the 15-minute, but again, that same lesson is if we're not in the 1 hour or 4 hour, we can use the 15-minute, right? So let's kind of just mark this up and show you guys. 4 hour, we're looking for our bias, right? What do I see? First thing is, this is the first break right here. Second break happens here. So now that I am bullish, I'm gonna look for higher time frame confluences. First one being this 4 hour order block. Now again, we were up here during New York, so we're not most likely going to use this order block. So let me pop down to the 1 hour. At this point in time, this was the closest order block. So this is what I mean when I said it wasn't near 1 hour or 4 hours, so I have to use 15-minute. So I want to adjust that. Okay, so looking at the 15-minute, where were we? We were like right here, like this price action. 15-minute is still bearish, or not bearish, bullish, because you can see one break, two breaks, wick transfers all the way to the top, so really right here. So from there, I wanted to mark out my order blocks. This is the most obvious one that I've seen. And we do have a lot of sell side liquidity generated here. Now, instead of, again, the whole thing of like not waiting for price to come to an area that I desire, and more so rather just reacting off of the current price action, this order block, I actually ended up using this order block here. And this is valid because here is our last break in price, because this is like over here at wick transferred over to here. Here's where we actually broke in price action. So this is a valid order block to use. Now again, ultimately this wick transfer, the order block wick transfers as well. So this is still valid. Now I jumped down to the 5-minute. I just want to check, are we bearish? Are we bullish, right? So we are currently bullish, because as you can see, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We have one break to the downside here, and then we pretty much just continue back to bullishness, right? So we only had one break on the 5-minute, which means it's just a liquidity grab, so we're still bullish. Now again, this all happened in London, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look for a fresh fractal or a fresh break right here. Is this break valid? Yes, it is, because it happened maximum 5 a.m., which is the right area. So where from here is our liquidity points? Right here and right here. Now overall, a lot of liquidity was grabbed, because you can see this higher low was grabbed, the swing of the 5-minute structure was grabbed, and this generated sell side on the 15 was grabbed. Now first PA level was sitting here. I don't love this PA level. In fact, I wouldn't have used it, because if I had taken a long here, my stop loss is way, way, way too big. Thankfully, price did print out another PA level right here. So we were able to get in around here. Now, looking at the 1 minute with the EMA, in this case, we couldn't have done an order limit. It would have had to be either a 5-minute candle close or a 1-minute candle close above the EMA and the PA level. Now, as you can see, this pushed up really high, so I was waiting for this to retest, and then after we had this bearish candle, I said, okay, hopefully it comes back down to this level so I can get a tighter entry, but if it breaks past this candle, I'll get in, because I don't want to miss out. And thankfully that was correct, or thankfully I did that, because I would have been left behind if I didn't get in. And that was our setup. feel like I got in like higher actually, because my stop loss was like really just covering structure. Now, when price was around here, I actually ended up closing like right here for, as you can see, 920, so roughly 2%. I didn't want the chance of price reversing on me. Now, I could have scored like, 1200, whatever the case is, but I don't want to be greedy and don't want to have the chance for a reversal. So full take profit was hit today. Everyone was on the same page on the team. So we are pretty much just one trade away from passing these evals, except for maybe the following account that might require another trade. But yeah, so I'm hoping to pass the evals this week, if not probably next week. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday.